Hello, everybody. All right, let me get this shared real quick. All right. Yeah, so we can talk about the All-Star game here real quick. And then I didn't even start the Derby yet. If you guys want the Derby, you can let me know and we can go through the Derby with the people players' names and see what lines up and give my thoughts on that. If you guys are interested in the Derby as well, just let me know. But the main thing of this video is just to point out the All-Star game. That's the main thing we're trying to crack down here. We talked about it last year. I can play a video real quick. But I did go ahead and post these notes on yesterday. So check this out. The American League is 47 and 43 in the All-Star games. They won 47, they lost 43. And this year's All-Star game happens to be in Seattle, the 44 state. The city, 44 city, Seattle. And if the National League can finally beat the American League, then get the 44th win in the All-Star game in the perfect city of Seattle, and then the American League, as you see there on 47, they can go into next year's All-Star game on 47. And next year's All-Star game happens to be, in Arlington, home of the Texas Rangers. Arlington equals 47. I think that's all you really need to know for this. Also, if you check this out, the game got canceled in 2020. So that means the last time the National League actually won the All-Star game was July 10th of 2012, which would be 11 years ago. It's exactly over 11 years, but this is on the 11th of 2023. So it's 11 years, one day since the National League last won, and the game happens to be on the 11th. After 11 years, the National League can finally get a win in an All-Star game on the 11th, and they would end a 9-game losing streak. Gematria, MLB, the initials equals 9, and the streak can end at 9. Now this is the MLB All-Star game. So I'm gonna have to roll with Seattle, not Seattle, National League to get their 44th All-Star game win in Seattle, 44. And here's a few players. I got some 44 connections. Mookie Betts equals 44, who's a starter. Will Smith is a reserve, equals 44 as well. Then you got the AL, two guys on AL with the 44 connection. You got Andy Diaz, and then Bo Bichette, starter reserve, starter reserve. The four guys got the 44 connections. Four guys, 44, 4, 4. So you got Bo Bichette. You got Mookie Betts. You got Will Smith. And then the last guy was Yandy Diaz, 44. So yeah, I believe the National League can get it done. All right, there's the home run derby. We can talk about that if you guys want in a minute. Get the likes up, share the stream. I'd appreciate it. Let's see. Here, let's play a clip back of what I said. Here, let me just hide this real quick. Well, we know one way or another. All right, let me just play this back real quick. The All-Star game in his hometown of LA, number 22, Kershaw. Soto won the dirt. Are they going to pick up their 44th in Seattle? That's what's tricky. So what we know one way or another, if they go into Seattle with 44, you could probably all but guarantee the AL would win next year to keep the NL on 44 in Seattle. But we know if NL goes in there with 43, you guarantee what's going to happen next year's All-Star game. And then the 46, 4 versus 6. There you have it right there, guys. Seattle 44 from 11 months ago. All right, this year's Derby is gonna be the 37th Derby. It got canceled 2 times, so it's the 37th. It got canceled in 1988, and then 2020. So it's gonna be the 37th Derby technically. 37th. There is a player in the Derby that played for Los Angeles. What I played. All right, you got Luis Robert Jr., Aldi Rutschman, Adolis Garcia, Randy Rosarena, Mookie versus Vlad, Pete versus Julio. So if it's the 37th home run derby, do we get a 3 versus 7 matchup in Julio Rodriguez's hometown? Julio got the he don't got the 44 connection, but he's from Seattle with the 44 city. And then Mookie Betts equals 44. So you get a 3 versus 7 in the 37th annual home run derby. Battle of the 44s. Mookie Betts equals 44, and Julio Rodriguez plays for Seattle. It would be an upset because, Pete Alonso is the favorite to win it. Like I said, the main thing is the All-Star game. But if you want to take a shot on the Derby, If you have a few extra bucks, you can throw some on the Derby and see what happens. So this is July 10th, 191, 43rd prime, and 174. All right. So let's get Mookie Betts up there. Get Marcus. And Alonso. Maurice Robert Jr. Got Julio. Oh, that was a Q, right? The G, okay. Julio Rodriguez up in there. Man, we liked Julio last year, but he was the runner up. Instead, they gave it to Juan Soto in Dodger Stadium. All right, got all 8 guys. Let's check 191, 174. 191, 174. Marcus Lim Betts equals 191. He's playing the Derby on the 191st day of the year. That stands out. You got the 44 connection, like Seattle equals 44. If anybody wants to call in with any observations on the Derby or anything, you can while I'm looking over this now. Numbers on the screen. If anybody wants to call in with any Derby or MLB All-Star Game related, let's keep it that. That's what this stream is about. We'll have other streams, for the other sports that are coming up here in a couple months. But we'll see if we can get this All-Star Game so everybody can, eat pretty good. All right. Let's open up the phone line. Yeah, that's interesting. 175, and it's the 37th, like I said, 37th annual Los Angeles 37. Let me look at all these guys' birthdays. Vladimir, what is it? Is tomorrow, so it'll be his 116th day of his age. For Vladdy. Here, I need to make a new post. Let me just 115 his age. We got 223, 106, 263, 119. All right, Vladimir, and then this is at where's this taking place at? T-Mobile Park. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in, guys. Do you guys like these live decodings? Let me know. Or do you like how we did the All-Star game already done? Let me know how you guys prefer it. Like I said, if you want to call in, the phone number's on the screen, or you can just interact in the chat. I'll check it after I'm done here. There are 6 guys you look at. I think I have a general idea. Has a Dodger ever won it, or a Mariner? Let's see. Mariners won it twice, 3 times. A Dodger has never won it. Mariners won it 3 times. Ken Griffey won it back to back. The last time Mariner won it was in 1999, 24 years ago. All right. Let me get a screen grab of this bracket. And let me just put the bracket real quick. .37th annual derby. If Mookie and Julio both upset, we're both got the upset. In round 1 would have 3 versus 7. Doesn't have to go that way, but I found it interesting. Mookie Betts equals 44. Seattle equals 44. Kirby is in Seattle. And Julio plays for Seattle. I mean, even if you don't bet the winner, if you just bet either both or one of these guys to upset the first round. I don't see much for Vlad. I don't think it's Vladdy's year. So we move down to Randy. To be bold. Let's see, Randy, where's it right now? R-O. Randy Rosarena. Let's see what Randy got going for him. Mr. Randy. 130 is gonna be the 132nd day of his age. Remember that. 132nd day of his age. His birthday is February 28th. How about do his upcoming birthday? Be 233 days. He has the 161, 71. All right, I don't see that for Randy either. Flip seed. Succeed. Who else do we got in this thing? Adulius Garcia. Gonna be 130th day of his age. We got Holy Rushman. Are you gonna be 154th day of his age, born on February 6th. Let me just put the major league numbers in there. So it's gonna be 154th day of his age. 154. Birthdays February 6th. It's gonna be 211 days. 211 is the 47th prime number. He's the 8th seed. Got Julio Rodriguez. It'll be 193rd day of his age. 193. The 44th prime. 193rd day of his age. 193 is the 44th prime number. Seattle equals 44. That's very okay. So the Derby's gonna be on 193rd day of his age, which is the 44th prime. Seattle equals 44. He plays for Seattle. You know, it's in his hometown, the Derby. Well, you know, with his team's hometown. And then if Mookie Betts advanced, you would get Mookie Betts equals 44, would face off against the guy that's 193rd day of his age, the 44th prime number. Okay. That's from Mr. Julio Rodriguez. His birthday is December 29th. How many days until his upcoming birthday? December 29th of 23. It's going to be 172 days, or a span of 173. Oh, that would have been perfect. It's 172 or 173. One 73 is the 40th prime number. Home run equals 40. Yeah. Okay. Who else do we got? We got Julio Rodriguez. No, Luis Robert. Let's go over Luis Robert. Come on, we're still on 9 likes. Get the likes up. Share the stream. Luis Robert Jr. See what Mr. Luis. Gonna be 341st day of his age. His birthday is when? August 3rd. 24 days until his upcoming birthday. He's a favorite. I'm not sure. 24 date numerology. 24 days till birthday. Yeah. Pete Alonso, another favorite. Let me go back to Luis Robert, 167, 59, 157, 85. Gonna be his 215th day of his age. One 22, 41, 148, 49. Birthday is December 7th. 150 or 151. I don't see nothing there for him. And then we got Mookie Betts. It's gonna be his 276th day of his age, 276. Put it in there. 276th day of his age. 276 or 277. The 59th prime number. Home run derby equals 59. And then also Marcus Lynn Betts equals 191. It's the 191 days left day of the year. It's the 43rd prime number. I'll say I'll put this in 191st day of year. Marcus Lynn. Out there for Mr. Mookie, huh? October 7th. 89 days until his birthday, or 90 days. 89 or 90 days till his birthday. Twelve weeks and 5 days. So yeah, I mean, would they give it to a guy in his hometown? Mookie Betts is the underdog in this. He's like plus 2,000 now, so he's not expected to win it at all. He's expected to lose in the first round. So if you wanted me to give you a top three, Mookie, Julio, and Luis. He's like plus 2,000. I think he's plus 650 maybe and plus 450, plus 400. As long as if one of them wins, you're good. And then maybe if you want to do round betting, take both of these guys the first round. Boom, might be set right there as well. So anything you guys want to add to this, let me know. Here is some notes. My derby tomorrow. I if you want want to share what you like for the Derby that I might have overlooked or didn't cover, feel free to leave it below. No nonsense. Alright. Get that published. Alright. Let me check in with the chat now, guys. Let me see what everybody's saying. Steven, what's up? Nationally, yes. Yeah, it is still, as long as it doesn't matter when it happens. It's gonna happen before the season, probably. Why you like Pete Alonso? I don't see nothing for Pete. Emo is a scene. That's interesting, but I don't know. I don't know. What's up with this chat? Yeah, Gene. Yeah. Yep. I do think we're getting a 3 versus 7 matchup and the 37th Derby. Man, that seems too good. It would be Mookie Betts equals 44. He got the 44 connection versus the guy that plays for Seattle. When Seattle equals 44, it could be 191st day of his age, which is the 44th prime number. Sorry, 193rd day of his age. 193 is the 44th prime number. Seattle equals 44, and then Mookie Betts equals 40. Mookie Betts equals 44, like Seattle equals 44. It's the 191st day of the year, like Marcus and Betts equals 191. So I mean, even if you can do them, you can do these two guys to win their first matchup straight would be an option, and then maybe a small parlay of them to win the first round together. And then, like I said, if you want to take some of these guys that I mentioned, the guys that I pointed out to win it. All you need is a couple of them to hit, and you're looking good. On to the All-Star game on the 11th, which I believe we're going to know that one. Thank you, Breezy. There you go, bro. Nice. Good addition. Shout out to Breezy. He did good work. Breezy, you like Pete Alonso still? I know you posted about it. What do you think about the notes I have for Mookie Julio? And then if I had a third, those are my two. If I had a third, I'll go with Luis Robert, only because of 24. But the other two guys are stronger. Like I said, I don't really see much for these other guys. Pete's a 2 seed. I think what a 2 would fit in. 2 versus 1, nah. 8 versus 2. Imagine you got 3 versus 8. If Mookie's there, it's probably Mookie versus Luis. If you get Julio there, you'd have to go against Randy, Adley Rutschman, Luis. I think maybe Luis wins his side. Yeah, I think Luis probably takes the upper bracket. And the bottom bracket, wow. I think it's Julio or Mookie. If somebody can verify, has anybody ever won a derby in their home? You know what I mean? The home when they're hosting. But yeah, I think the bottom bracket, I think you got Mookie or Julio, and then at the top, I think Luis might take it. That's probably how I would book it. How old is Mookie right now? He's 30 years old. How old is Julio? Is he 24 or 25? Oh, he's only 22. Okay. Well, they can meet in the semifinals, but one of them's probably going to the finals, yeah, versus Luis Robert. Yeah, like I said, Mookie's a long shot. He's plus 2,000 to win it all. Was the Nationals hosting it that year? Let's see. Bryce Harper won it in 2018. Let's see who hosted the 2018. So last year was in Dodger Stadium. We know Juan Soto won. 2021 was in Colorado. 2018 Major League. Remember, guys, it's a derby. There's ways to make some extra cheddar without, spending a fortune, and then an All-Star game we could attack. Oh, it was in DC. Okay, so he won in his hometown. Bryce Harper did. That was 5 years ago. That was 5 versus 2. I remember that. So it can happen. But yeah, those are my. I think you might get a an 8. I'm trying to think of 8 seed versus a 3 seed with 38. No, it's 37th derby, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Luis, Mookie, Julio, and then Luis versus one of them two. That's how I would book the derby. Doesn't mean he's winning it. Just because they got the 223 doesn't mean he's winning it. It ain't like if it was 223 days till his birthday or 320 days after his birthday. That's different. Every player that has a 223 connection doesn't win the derby. I think Vlad was in it before and he lost, right? Wasn't he in the derby like a couple years ago? He's not gonna win it just because he has a 223 connection. There's nothing that connects to it. I mean, like Mookie Betts at the 191st day of the year. Marcus Betts equals 191. Mookie Betts equals 44. Like Seattle equals 44. All Star. I mean, the home run derby is in Seattle. Seattle equals 44. And then you got the guy that plays for Seattle in the home run derby. It's 193rd day of his age. 193 is the 44th prime number. Stuff like that is what I look for. Connections. Make sure you connect the numbers. If you had an 8 versus 2 seed in Seattle, that would be Pete and Audley. Audley Russell. So the two guys won it. Okay, if Vlad won it, it would be the first Father dude to ever win. Yeah, I know it's Skull and Bones, but it doesn't mean they're winning it. It's not like I said. It's not 320 days till his birthday or after. You have to connect the stuff to something. The other guys I mentioned has better narratives. The other guys I talked about. I'm just checking the updated odds right now. Peach plus 300. Vlad's actually moves into second favorite plus 350. Luis Roberts plus 400. Julio's plus 500. And Mookie's plus 2,000. They had the exact outcome you could take as well. Julio versus Luis plus 1,300. Mookie over Luis is plus 11,000. Wow. But yeah, there's a few things you can do. Round one matchup. Luis is minus 250 to win his matchup. Julio's plus 142 in the first round versus Pete. Mookie's plus 184 to win his round one. If you want to do a small parlay with Mookie and Julio to win their first round matchup, it's plus 587. And if you want to choose one of them a straight bet, you can do that as well. Went like this. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Some insane odds. Any other observations on the Derby? If anybody wants to call in with any observations, feel free as well. Yeah, and then like I mentioned about the All-Star game, guys. Especially if you've seen one of the 44 guys win the All-Star game, that's even better for the National League. Like we mentioned, we believe the National League is going to win the All-Star game. They get their 44th win in the All-Star game. Seattle equals 44. Man, Seattle 44 riddles. They hardly don't come through, man. If this doesn't come through, then wow. And then AL can end their streak at 9 straight. MLB equals 9. And NL can win after 11 years. The last time they won was in 2012. That's 11 years. And this All Star game's on the 11th. So that's all my thoughts on the Derby plus um the All Star game. We've been waiting for this game this year ever since last year. We said if NL goes in there with 44, they'll probably lose. Stay on 44. If AL wins, and then we should know. This was last year. I said if AL wins, and then we should know what's happening the following year for that 44. We've been waiting for this 44. Oh man, I mean, it's right there. All Star games on 192 or 173. And then date numerology. Perhaps you get maybe 7 combined points, or it could be one of these final scores, or they pay tribute to the Seattle 19 or 44. Hey, how do you know who's going to win? Well, I'm just giving out thoughts. I'm giving out players based off the numbers that they got, and we go from there. Some players have better numbers than others. I wouldn't say necessarily they're flipping the script. I would just say sometimes you can read the wrong, riddle, or you can read the wrong storyline. I mean, sometimes it's good to look at, the numbers and the storyline aspect as well. Yeah, AL's not gonna keep on winning. Trust me. Plus, it's in Seattle. Come on, what's better? What are the odds out of all they lost their 9 straight, and now all of a sudden the All Star game's in Seattle and they have a chance at that 44th. It's like it's meant to be, right? After losing 9 straight, now they're playing in Seattle when Seattle equals 44, and then get that 44th win finally after 11 years after losing 9 in a row. MLB equals 9. It's on the 11th. 11-9. That's the 119th World Series. I think that's the game we gotta. What did I just say, Aaron Smith? Maybe these minor games, but if you're saying they flip every game, then you're wrong. Why you're saying like they would flip a championship game? Hell no, they already have them chosen and beyond. There's 163 MLB games. They can easily make up a loss if they have to down the line. But playoffs, the main games, hell no, they're not flipping the games. Absolutely not. No way. No way they're gonna flip a big game. They say if Kansas City's in the Super Bowl versus the Eagles, you're saying if everybody's on one team and then money's on one team, you think they're gonna just flip the championship game to like the Eagles if everybody's on KC and the money's on KC? No. Aaron, you're trying to troll. You will be blocked if you keep on trolling. I'm not gonna sit here and explain myself. I do it plenty of times. Thank you. My job is not to prove if they're flipping the games. What I'm out here to do is explain how the games are rigged and scripted by a certain code, storylines, etc. You're saying they flipped the games. That's technically not true. You think they flipped the NBA Finals championship game? You think they flip a Super Bowl matchup? Oh my God! Look, everybody's on Kansas City. All the money's on Kansas City. Everybody likes Kansas City. The decoders. Let's go and flip it to the Eagles. No, exactly. All right, guys, I'm gonna get a jump off here. Just wanted to come on here, share some Derby notes, the home run Derby notes, so you can use them to help you out. If there's any other thing you want to add to it, feel free. I gave you a template. Now you could decide what you want to do, or if there's anything else you want to connect to it, use your own knowledge, use your own brain, and then the All Star game. I'm pretty sure we all know which way I'm going. So let's make it a good night tomorrow and the 11th, and we'll stay tuned for more videos, more live streams coming. The good sports are right around the corner. It's time to rock and roll. You gotta keep the love showing, not just for one sport once a month. Not for NFL's on. Okay, now I'll show some support. No, you gotta keep the support coming every month. I'm taking time to put out the work. I'm taking hours put into this. You guys just need to keep the love and the respect, and keep showing love coming. Not just because it's not your favorite sport. I mean, some sports are my favorite, but I power through. I put out notes every day. Win or lose, we're back at it. It's the only way you get better. Anyways, our favorite sports are coming up really, really soon. But I wanted to drop this gem for everybody. If you hit on it, if you cash on it, show that love back. Until next time.